talking about body types and how to dress those body types with Smithery.
Hi.
Smithery is...
Yes, we are an online boutique where we help you figure out what your body shape is if you don't already know. And don't feel bad if you don't. Actually, only 1 in 10 women do know their body shape.
Is that the stat?
That
That's
is
the
true.
Real stat?
Yes, that is true.
Oh, I always knew that it was high, but wow, that's really high.
Yes, too high. So that's why we're trying to help people out. And then all the clothes are modeled on real women representing different body shapes of all different shapes and sizes. So literally, you can shop your shape.
So we're going to show you some fabulous pieces that you can wear when you are an A shape.
Yeah.
So an A shape is basically, you may have also heard described as a pear shape, which means you're wider on the bottom or at the hip, or maybe you've got a little bit in the booty and you're narrower on the top.
When you're talking about A shapes, try to add visual interest on the upper half of the body, brings the eye up here, not down here. Keep it simple on the bottom. So we're going to give you a couple of examples of pieces that you can have in your closet that become new go-tos when you're an A shape. And I'm going to start actually with a dress that is the perfect depiction of what we're talking about here. Higher neckline if you have a bit of a smaller chest. Horizontal stripes, awesome if you have a bit of a smaller chest.
Yes.
And then what's happening down here, right?
Yes. This looks like a very slight A-line.
It is,
right?
yes.
A very slight A-line just skims off the hip and creates a nicer proportion on the lower half of the leg. If you get something that's really tight fitting on the bottom and on the top, you're just emphasizing that shape that you are trying to de-emphasize.
Yes.
So an A-line will help you do that. And I love the fact that this panel in the front has that vertical stripe.
Yes.
So what that does is it narrows the hip line.
Okay, amazing dress for an A shape. Other thing that's kind of good on an A shape is, like we were talking about, how do you bring attention to the upper half of the body? Ruffles, interesting shoulders, a little bit of a cap sleeve. Actually, this top has all 3 of those things happening.
It's a great selection, I have to say. I, again, would not look good in this top because I have the girls to take care of. It would look like a mess. But what I also really like about this piece is the length.
Yes, yes.
So the key is make sure that the length of the tops hits right at the hip bone, because it's the narrower part. If you get something that hits right at the widest part, again, you're just drawing that line and that width out.
Yes, and that's one of the things we see so often is if you are a little more self-conscious about your hips, what you try to do is hide them with longer styles when it actually will backfire and make that section of the body look broader. So if you are looking for a slightly longer piece, here's what you should look for. A circle hem. So a circle hem literally cuts the hips and makes your hips instantly more narrow.
This is a really flattering cut, guys. Oh my God, this feels
I
like,
know, the drape is amazing.
And I do love the drape. And also, again, a slightly higher neckline. Now, what I would add to this is a really great necklace.
High, big statement, awesome piece.
Exactly. Meanwhile, this just falls. So even if the hip extends out, it still gives that really nice long lean line that we're trying to achieve.
Yeah, awesome piece. Here's another super easy one. In fact, we picked this for an A, but truly, this is almost a universally flattering cut. A couple of things happening here. You can make it a higher neckline, or obviously, if you are an A shape who actually does happen to have a bit more of a chest, something like this with button down will help. This is the magic moment right here.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you can create your own waist that suits you. And also, you see, once again, there's nothing really tight and constricting about the hemline here. It's just gonna fall and skim off the hip instead of just crowding everything out.
Yeah, awesome piece. How about a trend that's really big right now, and I'm hoping it doesn't go anywhere anytime soon because I love this.
I love this too.
Yes, is the off-the-shoulder top.
Yes.
Circle hem, awesome.
The right length.
And a strong horizontal line across the shoulders helps balance what is already in an A shape, a strong horizontal line at the hips.
What I also really like is the sleeve detail. Again, we were talking initially about adding detail up rather than down. This is another way to do it, in the sleeve. It's not going to be too tight on the arm. It's a really flattering length on just about everybody. And it gives that detail which helps to balance the hip. So again, you could add a really great necklace to this, and you're done.
Okay, one other style staple, the striped shirt. If you have a strong horizontal or visual weight down here, There is probably no better way to add that upstairs than with a horizontal striped top like this guy. Plus, it layers with literally everything. You will wear this all the time.
Yeah, I love this. So what you could do with this piece is wear it with a jean and put a structured jacket on top of this. Add a little weight to the shoulder, maybe some detail in the collar. Again, a necklace, maybe a scarf, which is really on trend right now.
Yes.
But you gotta feel this, guys. Oh my gosh, it feels so good.
It's beautiful. Yeah, this one is from out of Denmark, and they did a really good job with this
beautiful.
piece.
We love Danish everything.
It's true.
There.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about A shape, and if really you're going to remember a few things, it would be if you were an A shape, try to find an A line. Emphasize the upper half of the body, de-emphasize the lower half of the body. Get yourself a giant statement necklace. That it?
Or 7.
Oh yeah, right. No
Just
limit.
saying.
No limit.
Join us for the next video on another body type.